Welcome, everyone, to the 30-second discussion of the smart world around us, brought to you by Smart EDU Hub. Today, we're doing a deep dive into a really important book, AI. From Idea to Implementation, The Winding Path of Artificial Intelligence Toward Maturity by Katalin Vrebe. And just so you know, you can find a link to the book right there in the description below this discussion.
Yeah, it's a great book. Katalin Vrebe, he's a well-respected specialist in the field, and he really wrote this, I think, with a clear mission. It's about cutting through all that, those sometimes alarmist sci-fi stuff we hear about AI. Our goal here is to understand what AI really is, how it actually developed, and it was definitely a winding path and what its potential looks like today.
Okay, so this winding path, the book mentions it started way back, like the Dartmouth proposal in 1955, huge ambitions then, but it wasn't smooth sailing, was it?
Yeah.
The sources talk about these major setbacks, these AI winters.
Oh, absolutely. Big setbacks. The early problem, fundamentally, was trying to write down everything humans know as rules, codify it all. They thought you could just program intelligence, program behavior. Think about early machine translation. There's that infamous example.
The biblical phrase, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
That's the one. It supposedly came back translated as something like, whiskey is strong, but the meat is rotten.
Oh.
Completely missed the point, the semantics. It just showed the limits of rigid, rule-based systems.
Right. So that failure and others like it, they must have taught some hard lessons, even things that seemed promising initially, like, wasn't there a therapy bot called Eliza?
Yes, Eliza. It could seem convincing, but only if you stayed within its very narrow script. The moment a user went off script, asked something unexpected, the illusion just fell apart.
Okay, so programming rules clearly wasn't the answer for real-world complexity. That approach hit a wall. Where did things pivot? What was the big change?
The pivot, the real tipping point the book talks about, came with deep learning, neural networks. The shift was massive. Stop trying to tell the machine the rules. Instead, just feed it enormous amounts of data and let it figure out the patterns.
Right, so less hand-coding rules, more data, just massive amounts of examples. Before we get into the breakthroughs, can you maybe explain deep learning simply? What is it, fundamentally?
Sure. Think of it like layers, multiple layers of computation. Each layer learns something a bit more abstract from the data than the last. So it kind of teaches itself by crunching through these huge data sets. The scale is key. Look at that Google experiment back in 2012, the one Andrew Ng led.
The cat finder one.
Exactly. They used, 1,000 computers running for a week on 10 million YouTube video frames. And the network, the deep learning system, it learned to identify cats by itself. Nobody explicitly programmed pointy ears, whiskers. It just learned from the data. Unsupervised learning.
That scale is just staggering when you think about it. Comparing that to early computers, it's almost unimaginable. That's why Andrew Ng's quote makes so much sense.
AI is the new electricity.
Yeah.
Because it's becoming this foundational layer for so many things.
So connecting this back to Vrebe's book, this huge leap with deep learning, what does it mean for AI's purpose now? Is it about building brains like ours?
Well, according to the book, not really, not yet anyway. General AI, that human-level adaptable intelligence, is likely still a long way off, maybe decades. The core idea, the thesis, is that current AI, especially deep learning, is about augmentation, enhancing us.
Augmentation, so making humans better at what they do, not replacing them outright, like a tool.
Exactly. Think about medical imaging. Deep learning models can now scan X-rays or MRIs and spot signs of cancer, sometimes better or faster than a human radiologist alone. It enhances the doctor's ability.
Okay, I see. And this plays out in other areas too, right? Like strategy games.
Absolutely. Look at chess or Go. AI like AlphaZero didn't just beat humans. It came up with strategies humans had never considered. Now, top players like Magnus Carlsen actually study AI games to learn new tactics. The AI augments human strategy.
So it's about creating a kind of collective intelligence, human intuition plus machine accuracy and pattern recognition.
That's a great way to put it. You see it in things like Wikipedia. Human editors create content, but software bots help police it, check for vandalism or plagiarism. Or cybersecurity, human analysts working with AI threat detection systems are way more effective than either one working in isolation. It's synergy.
Right. It's about finding that sweet spot where machines handle the massive data processing, the routine stuff, and humans handle the judgment, the creativity, the context. So the success today really lies in that synergy and automating the right tasks.
That's the main takeaway, I think. AI today is powerful, but it's powerful as an augmenter, a partner.
Okay, but before we wrap up, Kultulan Vrebe leaves us with this really provocative thought. It's about AI errors, those hallucinations we hear about.
Ah, yes, when the AI generates incorrect or nonsensical information.
Exactly. We usually see those as failures, right? Bugs in the system. But Vrebe suggests, what if they're not just failures? What if they're actually, and this is the quote, the key to the next stage of AI?
That's fascinating. The idea that the errors themselves, the way the systems fail, might actually hold the clues for the next big leap in understanding intelligence. Failure is data.
Something to really mull over. Well, that's all the time we have for this deep dive. Thank you so much for joining us. We really hope you enjoyed it. Please do like and subscribe to the Smart EDU Hub channel so you don't miss our future discussions. And remember, that link to the book, AI, From Idea to Implementation, The Winding Path of Artificial Intelligence Toward Maturity, is right there in the description below. Stay smart with Smart EDU Hub.